The next application of the dynamics of machinery is balancing of the IC engines. So in the IC engines, there are different parts which are in rotation, and that will cause the unbalance. So in order to balance this rotating part or the reciprocating parts, we will need the concept from the dynamics of machinery. So in the balancing, so what is exactly balancing? It is the process by which the unbalanced forces and the couples on the shaft are removed by adding the counterweight. Okay. So in the last example, we have seen how the balancing is carried out on the flywheel. Okay. So this is called as a balancing process. We add some counter masses and then we remove the effect of the unbalanced forces or unbalanced couples. Okay. So this is the schematic diagram for the reciprocating engine. So here you can observe. So I think you must have learned this in the kinematics of machinery, that is a COM. Okay. The acceleration diagram or acceleration velocity diagrams. So this mass M, it is the piston mass. So when the IC engine is running, this mass, it is continuously reciprocating in this line, that is along the x-axis. Okay. So because of this reciprocating motion, some unbalanced forces, they are exerted on this crankshaft. Okay. So because of this unbalanced forces, there is a possibility of the bending of this crankshaft as it is supported in the bearings. So in order to remove these unbalanced forces, we need to add one counter mass. Okay. So initially what is done, this complete mass is assumed as it is at this radius r, that is a crank radius. Okay. So this mass, it will create the centrifugal force like this, which is equal to mr into omega square. So omega is the angular speed. Okay. So this is called as an unbalanced force, that is because of the piston. Now next part is we need to balance this unbalanced force. So we will add the counter mass exactly in the opposite direction. Okay. So this is the balancing by adding a single counter mass in the opposite direction. So here you can observe the mass value is mb, its radius is rb, and omega square. So we can take the same radius and we can add the same mass. But if there is not enough space to add this mass at the equal radius, then we can change this radius. So at the same time, we need to change the mass value. Okay. So your equation will be mbrb, it must be equal to m into r. So this is a simple example for single cylinder IC engine. So, but if the engine is a multi-cylinder engine or it is a V engine, then this process becomes complicated. Okay. So for this, we need a proper analytical method in order to find out the counter masses. So if you observe this counter mass, so physically it looks quite different. So this is the counter mass. Okay. So this portion, this is called as a balancing mass. And this will balance the unbalanced force created because of this piston or reciprocating motion of this piston. Okay. So in order to find out the mass value and its proper position, okay, we need the concept from the dynamics of machinery. So this is one application. And also this balancing, it is used in the compressors also, that is a reciprocating compressor. So I will show one example for the compressors. So even the refrigerator has a compressor. It is also a reciprocating compressor. So you can observe here. I hope it is visible to you. So this is the compressor. So this compressor, it has the similar mechanism as that of the IC engine. It has one piston. So this is the piston and this is the crankshaft. Okay. So you can observe here, there is one counter mass. So this is that counter mass. So I will show one video so you can understand. So this is the example of the air compressor. So in the air compressor, so that is a reciprocating air compressor. Okay. So it has a similar mechanism of piston, crankshaft as that of the IC engine. Okay. So this is the reciprocating piston. So why do we need this balancing in the IC engine or in the compressor? Okay. Because as there are reciprocating part and the rotational parts, so if they are not properly balanced, then these parts will create the unbalanced centrifugal force or the unbalanced inertia force. Okay. So these forces, they will cause the vibration. Okay. So in order to reduce this vibration and order to reduce the damage to the different components of that machine, we need to properly balance this. Okay. So therefore, at the design stage only, before manufacturing, we need to find out the proper balancing mass and its position. Okay. So this complete analysis, it is based on the concepts from the dynamics of machinery. Okay. So there is one separate chapter on the balancing. So we will learn this in detail when we will start that chapter. That is a module number 6. The next application, it is the governor. So what is basically governor? So governor, it is a device which regulates the speed of the engine or speed of the turbine by regulating the supply of the fuel or steam. Okay. So governor, basically it is used to add the minimum limit and the maximum limit for the engine or to the turbine. Okay. So if you consider the bike, then for the speed adjustment, there is accelerator. Okay. Or if you consider the car, you have the accelerator pedal. So by using that accelerator pedal, you can adjust the speed. Okay. But there is another adjustment. So that adjustment, so in the vehicle, there is one extra adjustment given for the speed limit. So it is called as a governor. Okay. So this governor, it will limit the amount of fuel given to the carburetor. Okay. So it will decide what is the minimum limit and what is the maximum limit. So beyond that limit, you cannot run the engine or cannot exceed the speed limit of that engine. So you must have seen this small governor. So basically it is connected to the gearbox. So when you are done the overhauling of your bike or car, specifically its gearbox, then there is one small gear. This is called as a governor gear. So from this, it is connected to the carburetor. Okay. So basically it will limit the, or it will control the idle speed. So have you experienced, if you start the car and even in the idling, if you change the gear, that is the first gear, then still your car can move in the forward direction. Okay. So without using the accelerator pedal, this is because of this governor gear, because even in the idling condition, there is some minimum fuel supply. It is given to the engine. Okay. And this minimum fuel supply, it is set by this governor gear. Okay. So this is governor gear. So it is extremely small if you consider that in the bike, but in case of turbine, this is extremely large. Okay. So I will show the example of the governors which are used in the turbines in order to control the steam supply. So here you can observe. So this is the governor which is used in the fuel control in the turbines. So basically governor, it has two weights. So these are called as a fly balls. Okay. So it is connected with the help of this gearbox or this gear arrangement to the turbine. So this cylinder, basically it is a turbine. Okay. So this is one simulation. So this part is turbine and this is the fuel supply. So you can consider this as a fuel line. And this is the control valve. Okay. So this control valve, by using this link, it is connected to the governor. Suppose governor, it is running on very high speed. So you can observe here, if the speed increases, then this link, it will adjust this fuel supply. So basically it will close the fuel supply and that will reduce the speed of the turbine. So gradually speed is increasing. So after some time, this valve, it will close the fuel supply at the maximum speed. And after that, speed will again decrease. And you can see it will open the fuel supply. Okay. So this is the automatic adjustment of the fuel supply. And then the speed of the engine or turbine gets adjusted. Okay, so this is the working of the large governors, which are specifically used in the turbines or in the power stations. So we have the force analysis for the governors. So we will calculate the upper limit, lower limit for the speeds, and also we will find out the weight of that fly ball. So here in the small governors, which is used in the bikes, you can observe here. So this part, basically it is a weight that will create the centrifugal force. So these are the small weights and this is the shaft. So this is the shaft of the governor. This is called as a spindle, and this spindle, it is connected to this gear. So this is the governor gear, and this gear, it is connected to the crankshaft. Okay. So basically the crankshaft, it is from the engine. Okay. And therefore this governor is directly driven by the engine. Then next we have the application. It is the gyroscope. So gyroscope, it is the device in order to balance the naval ships. So gyroscope, it is used for the balancing of the naval ship while sailing in the water, because the ships are subjected to unbalance when they are sailing in the water. Okay, so this unbalance, it is caused due to the wave movement. Okay, so in order to keep the naval ship exactly balanced, we need an element or mechanism. So this mechanism is provided with the help of the gyroscope. Okay, also it is used in the balancing of the airplanes while they are taking the turns, and they are used in the gyroscopic navigation instrument. Also this instrument, they are used in the ships and in the airplanes. Okay, then gyroscope, it is used in the sail balancing bikes. You must have seen the sail balancing bike. Okay, so I will show the video for the gyroscope, then you can understand what is the application. So basically we have the analysis, that is a motion analysis, force analysis for the gyroscope. So here in the video, you can see the application. So where the gyroscope is exactly connected and how the ship is balanced. So this is called as a gyroscopic instrument. Okay. So now ship is unbalanced, so it is rolling about the horizontal axis. So you can observe here. So right now it is off, gyroscope is off. And once it is on, you can observe. So rolling movement is almost diminished. Okay. So basically gyroscope, it has the spinning wheel. So you can observe here. This is a small model. So this is how the gyroscope balance the rolling ship. Okay. So basically gyroscope, it has one flywheel. Okay. So depending on the speed of that flywheel, you will get the balancing effect. Okay, so this is one application of dynamics of machinery, that is to design the gyroscope and to find out the gyroscopic couple on the ship and on the airplane. So basically this is from the first module. So this governor and this gyroscope, it is from your first module of the dynamics of machinery. Okay, so today we will stop here. So from the next lecture, we will see the core structure, and then we will start with the vibration part from the dynamics of machinery. Okay.